I had been trying to get my state ID for a while now, but I was having trouble getting my documents, which were in possession of my mother. She was making it very difficult for me to get the documents, but luckily she was in the neighborhood, and so I was able to go wear her down. So I headed over to her house to pick up the documents that she had left out for me. You do need the physical copies of the documents, so I can imagine that for people with families out of town or with limited means to travel, this could be an obstacle. So I gathered my documents and went to the DMV website to get a non-driver ID card. As I had only had my passport so far, went over the list of what documents I needed to submit, registered. For proof of Social Security, I chose to do my Social Security card, used my phone to take a photo of it so I could properly upload it, which if I did not have access to a smartphone would have also made it more difficult. I used my birth certificate for proof of birth as well as my passport. For proof of residency, my mom was being very weird about giving me the lease, and so I had to find 2 documents, a W-2 form, and a bill from a doctor's office to prove that I lived there. So this was pre-screening, so I do still have to go in person to do this. There are resources to have reduced or no fees. The next step for me was to print out a piece of paper, fill it out, upload it, and I have been waiting for a response from the DMV for the past week. So I will be reaching out to them before I go in person to do this. This process was relatively simple for me, luckily, as my family is in the area and I have enough documents, but some people do not have the ability to have a tax form to show as proof of residence or a doctor's bill. Maybe they don't even have a residence, and so I can see how getting an ID card would be very difficult for people in different circumstances than myself.